Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Mario here once again, and I'm Buttercup here, aka the toughest one of all in the Powerpuff Girls series, and welcome back for some more of the Maxi Toys videos for Team Dark Story.
What do you think, Omega?
Sensors jammed. Real Eggman ID not possible.
We'll just have to find out, won't we?
What's the matter? Cold feet? Well then, here I come.
So speaking of Team Dark Story, is now welcome back to more Let's Play of Sonic Heroes for the Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC versions. So, in this case specifically in Team Dark's levels, or in this case Team Dark Story in general. So anyway, last time we actually did manage to explore the entire jungle environment for the likes of Frog Forest, Lost Jungle, and we beat the likes of Team Sonic. And also we managed to actually explore around the Hang Castle, and especially noticeable in Mystic Mansion. So we've gone in the end quite decently enough, except in the middle section of Mystic Mansion, because we actually almost trying to kill that little giant robotic with helmet on it with the mask on, and even though that was pretty cheap at the end though. And today for this video is that we're about to be moving on into Robot Storm, where once again we're gonna have to beat the likes of these robots yet again. So, however though, this is arguably more difficult than the likes of Team Sonic equivalent. Because the reason why this is actually a lot more difficult than the likes of Team Sonic's counterpart is that you'll see why in just a moment. But even then though, that as you expected, we're gonna be going onto these different parts of the entire arena. So just in case if we manage to deal out with these whole bunch of enemies. So, actually let's go ahead and use the Shadow's Tornado ability, so that way we should able to deal with this thing parts easier. So even though we could potentially try to actually deal with these guys with just the the Team Blast attack, however though we're pretty much low on that little Team Blast attack. So yeah, every once in a while these little toughened variations of those specific enemies will start to actually give you a little bit of annoying knockback and curve. Like take these Golden Turtle enemies for example. That if you're trying to actually deal with them one at a time, then they manage to actually shoot a projectile right at you, so you just have to be very cautious. And I think I remember that one time whenever I got to this area with Knuckles. That was back in 2012, by the way, if you probably don't know Buttercup. Oh, what happened then back in the day? There was this one particular section I really despised the most, and you'll see why in just a moment. Well, it's not so bad in here, but even then though, that when we actually get into the another section, but while me and Knuckles round onto this little third section of the arena, just trying to deal with a whole bunch of enemies just to begin with, as I was going to be expected to say that. But a lot of times we're going to be bumping into those little purple variations of these little wizards, which just, basically just sucks up all the rings for that little specific vortex. So, yeah, there you go. That's it for that area done. Now we have to deal with this, probably the hardest section for this specific enemy endurance run, in my opinion, which was this section. Although it's not so bad in the beginning, you're still able to actually deal with these little egg pawns with this little, shields on them. The occasional spare ones. However though, when we get to the secondary part, especially the third and final part, that thing starts to get a little bit more ridiculous. Like for instance, although it's not so bad in the second part though, however, although the only time you need to actually just to keep an eye out for is this little orange versions of the wizard type enemies, because they sometimes regenerate health. So, drats, we actually got ourselves an instant knockback. So yeah, you think about these little purple type wizards wasn't bad enough, that we need to actually deal with this little specifically, these little different variations of the wizard type enemies, which is a little bit too obnoxiously to deal with. So anyway, but even then though, I found this to be quite the toughest part about Team Dark for me, but even then, that's just all else I can say about this here. Okay, it's this part right there. Now you think that you saw this little blue vortex just to begin with. A lot of times that you need to desperately quick dodge that until you actually just to be perfectly safe. However though, thanks to we actually got ourselves our Team Blast attack, so we should able to actually dodge that no problem. So, but even then that's luckily for you, Mario, that you did not actually die on that section, which is a huge improvement over the likes of how it does in 2012 version. Because I remember that I think I managed to die like 4 times on that specific part, while me and Knuckles got really bad on that specific part. So Is that how it usually happens back in the day? Well, granted though, that clip was now removed due to the bad quality it was. And also though, I seem to actually realize about right off the bat that you somehow managed to reuse the dialogue from any other YouTubers, as far as I'm probably sure you already know this. So anyway, now let's go ahead and deal with these last 2 egg ponds, and we can actually move on to the 5th and final section. And not to mention, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of enemies, so let's go here and use our Team Blast attack. We didn't even know that we could actually prowl for these enemies effortlessly. Yep, this is the ultimate power indeed, Shadow. But anyway though, so I believe this is actually the final section that we're going to be doing with, not to mention we have to deal with those 3 giant variations of these robots. And also we have to deal one that usually has a helmet on, so the only time you can only attack them is just a green cord into its head. You can't attack him from behind because he's actually heavy metal. But even though the only noticeable difference between the regular versions than the likes of these little armored head incarnations is about the different color scheme and also the different weak spots. So, yeah, like, you know, the green spot location. Actually, let's go ahead and finish them off with the Team Blast attack. So even then, we're pretty much done with Robot Storms. And even then, though, conveniently enough, though, we did that in a flawless run. Not bad at all. But yeah, you're still able to hear the exactly same dialogue every once in a while, so because of this, it's practically more likely exactly like how it does in Robot Carnival, but just in a different theme and whatnot. So let's see how well we did.
That won't stop us, Doctor.
Of course, we got ourselves a B rank. I'm pretty sure we're 14 milliseconds off from A rank, I'm not exactly sure, but even then, no, we'll never find out until we ever know. Anyway, stage number 13, Egg Fleet, land on Eggman's flagship. So even then, that we're pretty much almost done with Team Dark.
You fools must all have a death wish. Witness this invincible battleship built by the hands of a genius. Its power unmatched throughout the universe.
You'll regret this, Doctor. Even if I'm not real, I'm still the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog.
We're flying very high. We might even be at the edge of space.
Space. Did you say space?
So yeah, when you know that specific cutscene, you're going to be hearing that a lot of times if we actually get into the other teams earlier we go. Like, we already heard that from Team Sonic, and then we should be able to hear that dialogue again in Team Dark, and eventually Team Rose, and especially Team Chaotix later on. So, oh, darn it, we're actually on a pretty bad start. Thanks to that little pop-up turret that just usually shoots us from out of nowhere, so that's what you need to worry about for these little specific levels like Egg Fleet and Final Fortress, is that you need to actually be very careful with these little turrets that might actually just shoot you all over the place, so that's how it usually goes though for these little specific turret sections or anything else for that matter. So sometimes these turrets can be outright annoying at times if you're actually just trying to deal with these enemies in this really narrow arena. Even especially noticeable in some sections when you're trying to actually just you know, do a little bit of a tight platforming section. However, a lot of times you actually manage to get a little bit of an annoying knockback by this little projectile current, or in this case a torrent. So even then that can get pretty annoying at times. So anyway, now let's go ahead and just hop onto this little part right there. So anyway, now a few things I want to mention about this is the fact that recently they managed to announce there's going to be a new Cars video game is about to be released around the same, almost at exactly the right time until Cars 3 the film was about to be released, which was Cars 3. But even then, I'm assuming you actually release this on the 14th of July on that Friday. But even then, I'm looking forward to see how that plays out. Speaking of sus though, is that although I know it sounds a little bit crazy at this point, ladies and gentlemen, but somehow for some strange reason that we actually managed to get ourselves Cars 2 on DVD. Granted though, because we actually got this during today, or in this case yesterday, well, despite the fact that it was actually the weakest Pixar film in the series, but because the thing is about the Cars 2, however, the reason why we got it is because of Cars 3 retrospective, so even then, Now, despite the sequel, the second film is actually the weakest entry, but I still found the first film was pretty good. So even though I was pretty more hoping if the third film is even a lot more better than, oh my lord, we almost attempted to fall off right there, thanks to this, you know, the pop-up, you know, this little cannon turrets. Anyway, also, yeah, even though that we might actually watch the first film first and then the second film afterwards, just to make it a little bit more sense for this little continuity. Even though, what I have to admit though is that in the first Cars film it does have Doc Hudson on it, while in the second film it doesn't usually feature Doc Hudson, although the only time he actually makes his appearance as a cameo though is from this newspaper report, so even then that's only because he's most likely absent on the second film, so I was really hoping if he'll make some return in the third film, which we don't know exactly for sure really, but even then we will definitely have to find this out during a later time once that film is about to be released, so anyway though. So yeah, the game is going to be called Cars 3 Driven to Win. I believe it might actually comes out on the 6 systems actually. I don't think there's actually the handheld counterpart this time around, although there's only one for as it counts for Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch is more accurately the console and a handheld all in one. So even then, that it will eventually comes out on Nintendo Wii U. Yes, we mentioned that the Wii U was supposed to be ending until during this year or sometime, but it turns out the Wii U wasn't exactly done yet, slightly, but even then though, the production values was exactly over for when it comes to Nintendo Logic side of things, so anyway though. But besides from that though, that will be released on the Wii U, and also they might actually release Cars 3 the video game on the Nintendo Switch surprisingly, and also for the likes of the PlayStation 3, despite the fact that the PlayStation 4 was actually still ongoing. Speaking of PlayStation 4, that's still be happening. And also the Xbox 360 version here and there as well, despite the fact that the Xbox One is still currently on progression, so as far as the releasing on that system so far, so. And also not to mention though, I think that's all I can say about this here. One thing that I actually found is a little bit too weird compared to it does in Cars 1 and Cars 2, the video game counterparts, is that although it's still usually made by Disney and Pixar in that standpoint, for some reason that we actually ended up coming across into a Warner Brothers games, which I'm not exactly sure how this usually expected, but even then though, that's a little bit too weird for my liking. So as far as the Cars 3 Driven to Win is concerned, it's basically, for what I've looked at the gameplay, it's basically more likely exactly like how it does it. It kind of reminds me like I was playing Cars 2 all over again, but except with new playable characters and all that stuff. So even then though, I don't think there's anything gameplay changes and all that kinds of stuff. Although, we was more concerned about this Mario, just Buttercup. I'm actually more concerned about getting the Xbox 360 version yet again, because obviously we already gone through Cars 1 and Cars 2 on the Xbox 360 versions, which if you've been following through our video of Christmas 2011 unboxing special, when we actually got ourselves, when we first got ourselves Cars 2 on the Xbox 360 version, rather than on the PlayStation 3, because I kind of prefer this controller, and also a little bit of an online chat and the achievements and all that stuff, so. Although I don't mind the PlayStation 3 version, but it's just the fact that, you know, the controller for the Xbox 360 was actually pretty comfortable to hold. But even then though, that because of this right analog or the left analog stick is actually a little bit more, a little bit easier to use. But in the end though, in the DualShock 3 it's not that bad. It's just the method of trying to actually just getting used to with the controls and all that stuff, especially with the gripping stuff, so. Anyway, so in this particular sequence right there, as you expected, we have to quickly dodge those specific projectiles and these little cannon shots, just like last time. So even though that's all there's to really say about this particular part, really, so anything is nothing remarkably changed though, kind of thing about it. Besides the fact that we did manage to instantly destroy the flagship at the very beginning of the level, but even then though, that what makes it a little bit different compared to how it does in Team Sonic counterpart is the fact that we can actually probably tell that in towards the end of this level in particular, once we try to deal with this last enemy on this specific level, we might actually come across into a gull wing instead of the destroying those two flagships all in one go. So even then though, that's a little bit more different compared to how it does in Team Sonic's version, so anyway though, you'll see one in just a moment until we actually just try to find one. So
I'll pick up from here.
So yeah, I don't know when that game was about to be released on Cars 3 Driven to Win, but even then though, they're most likely concerned of trying to get it on the Xbox 360 version because obviously controller and all that stuff. We're originally trying to go for the Nintendo Switch and even Nintendo Wii U, although to be fair, that we've pretty much done collecting those games on Nintendo Wii U at this point. Despite, there are a couple of exceptions from these little downloadable software games, which we haven't exactly gotten yet. And despite the fact that, and also not to mention that I was going to be saving Nintendo Switch games for specifically the first-party titles, and even especially noticeable the third-party titles, like specifically for Sonic the Hedgehog titles. And I really don't know about Ultra Street Fighter 2 New Challenger Star, because the exclusive mode on Nintendo Switch version is actually a little bit disappointing. No! Oh, don't hit that jump button, doesn't work. Alright, we're back in this point yet again, so even then though, I can't believe we did not actually jump at the right time. But even then though, that's there goes our definition of no A rank support, so even then though, that will definitely get sorry, I can't speak today, folks. But even then though, that we pretty much guarantee we got ourselves a rubbish E rank for sure, because you know we did terrible in the end. Oh, drat. Oh well. So just for a purpose of, you know, even then though, as far as what I've noticed, Mario, that we did manage to done the Team Dark story at the very beginning of that specific story, no problem. But when we get to the end, that things gets a little bit changed.
I'm feeling a bit uneasy. Time to attack.
I thought that battleship was big, but this is enormous.
Headquarters detected. Destruction mode engaged.
Alright, here we go on to, as you expected, the last stage of Team Dark story, and now to form our final fortress itself. So, let's just hope if we actually do not die as many times as the likes of Egg Fleets, as far as I'm concerned from that. Although I remember that another one time that when me and Knuckles got into this point Buttercup back in June 2012, I did manage to have ourselves a really bad trial and error annoyances in this level, and specifically in Team Dark version of the level. So even then, I've noticed right off the bat though is that we did not actually get ourselves a trial and error annoyances during the Team Sonic's version, which is actually a good thing. But I get the feeling though, Buttercup, I think my memories are about to come back after whenever I revisit this level as Team Dark. Oh my god, things start to get a little bit too trickier as far as frustration is concerned. So even then though, yeah, you'll see why in just a moment. But anyway though, since this is the last level for Team Dark, so even then though, they should probably expect it at this point, so as far as the difficulty is concerned, we'll explain more into that method until we actually finish those specific character stories, all these team stories and stuff like that. So, whoa! That almost trying to hit us. But even then though, as far as memory is concerned, that's all there's really expected to see this is going. So, anyway, let's go ahead and, whoa, that was close. Thank goodness we did not fall off in this part right there, so even then though, that we can instantly manage to use our Team Blast attack as long as we actually used to. So, anywho though, let's go ahead and resume. And let's wait until when we get ourselves a little bit of a more likely pole section to go all the way up to the top. And hopefully we can actually get ourselves our special stage key for once we actually try our best if we actually keep our key this time. So even then though, let's just hoping if there's anything else to be guaranteed by that. Although I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you, Buttercup, because there's not 100% chance while this is happening, though. At least from my experience, though, anyway. There's actually a shortcut if you actually try to actually pull this off. But I still kept on thinking of Team Sonic's version for some reason of this level right here. But oh well, at least we can actually just cope with it. So, anyway. Let's see if we can actually just completely done with just as that. Another thing is worth mentioning though, folks, is that's not much else I can say about this point of this particular discussions about the news relatable stuff. Despite the fact that we actually got ourselves Cars 2 just because of curiosity's sake, and also because of the Cars 3 retrospective we're about to decide to come across into. So, but even then, we still might consider watching Cars 3 as far as the 3D mode is concerned, because I'm not a big fan of 3D mode. Although, don't get me wrong, I don't mind 3D on the Nintendo 3DS, however, because it makes it a little bit more impressive in some games. However, when it comes to doing films, No, it's not my cup of tea or anything else for that matter. I actually expect that Cars 3 will also have themselves a picture of shorts, so even then though, don't know when, which one is it going to be this time around, so even then though, I think previously they actually did done was actually, Piper from the Finding Dory short, so even then though, can't wait to see how this, Cars 3's Pixar short is going to be like, so even then though, we'll definitely have to find this out during that time. And there's another special stage key if you want to actually just grab it if you actually lose one by accidentally. So even then, no, let's just go ahead and just get on with the rail section. So, oh boy, the rail section in this level. This specifically in Team Dark's version of this rail grinding section, which is probably by far the worst part about for me. The worst part about this level for me. So, anyway, let's go ahead and just go for this little. Oh, see, I told you, I hate this section so much. At least we can try that again at least. And also not to mention we can actually grab ourselves our special stage key yet again. So even then, let's just hope if we actually do not die this time. At least there's a 100% guarantee by we're not going to keep our key forever. So, because you know, the level itself is going to get a lot more tougher now. So, and also not to mention there's going to be a lot of enemies on rails this time around. So even then, there's another thing you have to dodge. So, and also that this level is very similar to how it does in Team Sonic's version, like dodging the lasers and everything. So, even then, it's practically more likely exactly like how it does in Team Sonic's counterpart. So, but you know, a lot more tougher now. So, we could potentially trying to go for this little hangers right there. So just in case if we manage to go bypass this part. Oh jeez, that actually screwed us. I told you that we should able to actually. Forget it. Okay, so no. Why do I do that? Oh, stupid me. Okay, so let's go ahead and no. Oh, come on. Oh, dang it. Oh jeez, my memories are simply just managed to come back at one point, but even then, still. That's because of this, except the fact that Knuckles doesn't join with you this time around, Mario. But you still have Mina, nonetheless, to deal with. I know that, right, Buttercup, but still. Of all the sections we actually come across into Team Dark's levels, that I consider Final Fortress is by far the hardest level for me, so let's just... You kidding me? No! Ah. Okay. Let's see if I can just... Okay, that's it. I'll go jump cut. Sorry about the little tension right there, because even then though, because of this though, you're going to be dying a lot of times in this version of Final Fortress, as far as I'm concerned with this in my opinion. I mean, sure, it's like this the best stage, like level design wise in my opinion, but it's just some of these mistakes you'll accidentally just come across. It's a goddamn accidental issues. So, anyway though, it's enough about this little jibby jabber. So let's go ahead and just beat the likes out of this little robot right there, and sadly we actually lost our special stage key yet again. So even then unfortunately though, since we actually just trying to actually, there we go. Now we can actually use our Team Blast attack for reals. So, when it comes to doing the special stage 6 and 7, that honor goes to a majority of Team Rose, and even then, that will definitely going to be happening until in the next video. So, in fact, we'd like to point things out right off the bat, though, is the fact that we like to actually point things out. We'll actually just to be actually just to have ourselves additional extra characters into that specific commentary-wise for Team Rose at this point until the next video, because. We'll discuss more of that as soon as we actually get into this little topic later. We even know that I would like to actually invite Bubbles, and also for the likes of Luigi, and even especially Fluttershy, most likely. So even then, that those three will actually get us a little bit more experience of this specific Team Rose teammate. But even then, we won't get into that until the next video, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, there's actually a giant shortcut you can actually bypass through, so even then that all you do is have to use the fly type of characters, and then you have to make a giant leaps of faith basically. And then if you do that, if you perform it well enough, then you should be able to actually just bypass this little fan switch section. So even then no need to actually worry about that part. So you can just simply take a giant jump leaps of faith right there, so just in case you should be able to be twice as safe. So yeah, that's how it usually goes. Okay, so we're gonna be doing with once again another enemy endurance run real quickly. So even then though, let's go ahead and just beat the likes out of him real quickly. And until we actually he's not down yet. Okay, let's wait until whenever he decides to shoot. Okay, let's go ahead and just okay, come on, there we go. Alright, so we're not doing too bad so far, at least as far as I was concerned about this. But anyways, let's go ahead and just... Actually, we might as well have to save up a Team Blast attack until we get into our last sets of enemies. Because of this though, we don't actually waste our time in this ending part, especially if we don't instantly die on that section. So, anyway, let's not get hit by the hammer a lot of times, even though what makes it a little bit too much of a bummer is the fact that that hammer will actually also hurt you. So even then though, as long as that doesn't usually go active at one point, but even then though still. Okay, so is he gonna... Oh jeez, I can't remember. I can't actually believe how this level is actually a lot more longer compared to how it does in Sonic's counterpart. But even then, that's only because we actually did spend wasting our time just actually trying to deal with this enemy right there. But even then, let's just hope if he constantly doing this little spinning hammer attacks, even then that should able to do a lot of work. So anyway though, so let's go ahead and just keep on doing that on the process, so that way it should able to deal the damage on him. So even then though, that he only got about 15 health left. But even then though, that's all there was to really say about this point, and as far as this point in time. But oh jeez, I can't believe we actually wasted a lot of extra lives, especially in this level's case. Oh shoot. At least we got one ring though nonetheless, but even then though, let's see how much health he's got left. I'm pretty sure he only has like 3 health left, so... Oh, dang. We've pretty much gone through quite close enough, but even then though, that we pretty much dominated that. So anyway, let's go ahead and shoot this little target right just at this point right there. And we should able to actually move on to the last set of enemies to deal with, and we could be able to actually finish the level. So even then though, I can't believe I'm actually just trying to finish up with this Final Fortress level as Team Dark. So, but still, my memories are really coming back with when it comes to trial and error annoyances in this version of the Final Fortress level. So, and specifically, as far as I've heard, the ending part is actually really trying to mess you up. Yeah, especially noticeable when you're trying to actually deal with these lasers in the end. So, but still. But as far as I'm concerned, I hope you can guarantee you can bypass this part without dying. So, anyway. So there's no point for actually going for these rainbow rings because this kind of seems a little bit too nerve-wracking. So, oh yeah, they now actually put in some too many egg pods in this little edges part of this little rail grinding side. Anyways, let's go ahead and just hold down the action button or the B button to get ourselves a little bit of speed up going. So we should able to actually reach all the way over there. And you managed to did that section for the first try, which was quite surprising. Or quite non-surprise. But the only surprise, the only unfortunate part is that we lost insane amount of extra lives due to that one section that we constantly dying the most. And that was the form of this first rail sections, and even then that we did only die at least like one time or something like that, but still we got ourselves a pretty bad E rank. But even then that of all the zones we actually been into, as far as Team Dark is concerned, that the Egg Fleet type of level themed or the space themed level is that we actually did that pretty roughly in the end. Although we did that pretty well in the beginning of the middle part, but in the end, ugh.
Okay, no more games.
Intercept mode complete.
The end of the line, Doctor.
Enough of them! Just move! Only time to meet your maker. I'll show you what real evil is.
This is it. Let's go.
Alright, we meet again with, once again, for the likes of the Egg Emperor, aka the hardest boss battle in the entire game in my honest opinion. That's only because that, for this specifically in Team Dark's version of that, specifically an Egg Emperor boss battle, it's actually a little bit more tougher compared to how it does in Team Sonic's counterpart. But even then, we will eventually mention about this though, until we actually finish up with this particular Egg Emperor boss battle, so... Even then, let's just keep on doing this thunder shooting attack, so that's the best method you can actually deal with. Oh, shoot. Oh, what? We could potentially trying to hold up with just only one ring just to live. But unfortunately though, if you're trying to actually die with 0 rings, if you manage to accidentally touch only 1 ring, it still counts as a death. So even then though, I kind of wish it has more likely an option to actually just to still live without 1 ring, like a second chance. Or in this case, just only 1 chance, or the second chance from ever since in the Kingdom Hearts games when you actually equip that equipment. Specifically in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 most likely, and even the other games as well, you do have the ability that you actually get yourself a second chance, that you do have a limited amount of health left until you actually survive and live if you deal with these harder boss battles, so that should be pretty handy though, but even then I kind of wish it has that option until when it gets to Sonic Forces or Sonic Mania or something. But even then, no, that's not the case with Sonic Mania because it's a, you know, nostalgic type of games, just like it does in the 2D Sonic games ever since the old days. But anyway, let's go ahead and just, you know, keep on grabbing those rings just in case, and let's go ahead and use our Team Blast attack, so that we can temporarily freeze up the Egg Emperor, including the shield as well, and even a lot of obstacles here we know as well, so I don't know how much damage that we consider getting from Egg Emperor. Oh, not much? Okay, so we can just hopefully try and chase after him. So, at least we can still manage to hopefully try to attack him when we actually go chase after him though. But for the likes of the Thunder Shoot, well, the homing attack doesn't do anything, and also the Knuckles and Omega's ground combat, so even then, that's not much else to really say about this. So, in fact, between Omega and Knuckles, there's one thing I haven't mentioned about those two, between the only two difference was though, is that they both do share the exactly same technique from the ground combat ability, so, and also for that little mid-air combat ability, so even though that's one thing I need to notice that, so, okay, he's almost down for sure, so, really? Okay, so let's go ahead, oh shoot, come on, grab the, oh, you could grab the ring! Okay, come on, let's see if we can actually finish this up. But even though, let's just keep on doing this really effortlessly, so even though, oh shoot, he got away. Come on, let's see if we can go after him. I don't know if it's possible to actually get him from the last shop with this particular sequence. I don't really think so, because I think that we, oh shoot, oh phew, that was close. I don't think, thankfully, though, that he doesn't do a charge attack. Oh, god, dang it. Okay, at least we're safe, though, nonetheless. I'm kind of a little bit nerve-wracking at first, because sometimes that if we constantly die for this part right there, because of the Mario's childhood memories. But anyways, we'll deal with this last shot, and boom, he's now finally dead. Oh, jeez, we can't believe we actually died like 3 times at one point. Specifically, that the only annoying part about the Egg Emperor, though, however, though, to me, is the little cheap attacks, and even then, especially noticeable in these little cannon turret shots, as I mentioned earlier.
Thanks for the treasure, Doc.
So, anyway, let's watch the ending of Team Dark's story, so let's see how this happens in the end.
Eggman target completely destroyed.
Now let's find that secret treasure.
Prepare to destroy immediate area.
Hey, Omega, did I ever tell you that Shadow is a robot? And... oh, never mind.
Good luck.
You know about cloning. The original must exist somewhere.
All this for what? Nothing? I might as well go look for that Master Emerald, since that irritating echidna is here.
Something's never changed.
What are you saying? What else is that famous president supposed to do?
So yeah, that was it for Team Dark's story. So what happens was, though, in the end, is the fact that Omega, E123 Omega specifically, he was able to actually try to find the real Shadow that usually exists in this particular place, that the ones for the likes of Sonic Adventure 2 counterpart of Shadow, rather than just the Shadow androids. And even then, though, that he was trying to actually hopefully trying to find him as much as we can. But even then, though, that's all there is to really going for that right here. So even then, though, as far as I noticed right off the bat, though, is that Rouge actually mentioned that Echidna name, which that means she actually pointed things out for Knuckles the Echidna since Sonic Adventure 2. When Rouge was actually going to grab these little sets of jewels yet again. So even then, though, that's probably as far as I was concerned about this. So, but she usually goes after a lot of treasures at this point in time. So, anyways, let's get into this little final thoughts of Team Dark story in this specific game. As far as the difficulty is concerned, unlike Team Sonic's story that is more accurately a mixed difficulty, like a normal difficulty, I'm considered that Team Dark is considered to be the hard mode of the game, because obviously that adds in a lot more enemies and tougher platforming sections you have to deal from time to time, and also there's going to be way too much emphasis on trial and error in some segments. So yeah, that's all there was to really say about this. And also, one final thing before we actually mention about this is that the Team Dark's theme is actually known as this machine. So you guys should know it's more likely mechanical theme or something like that. But even though the only two robot characters we actually did manage to come across him to, which was the android replica of Shadow, and also Omega, or in this case E123 Omega. But the only character exception, however, is actually Rouge the Bat, because he's the government spy agent since during the Gun report. So, but even then, I don't know if she actually works for Gun in this game, unlike how it does it in Sonic Adventure 2, and even Sonic 06 as a result for that as well. And I don't know for Shadow the Hedgehog though, although we do know for the fact that there was one instance on Sonic X, so. But even then, I don't know, speaking of Sonic X, I don't know how the story usually follows up for this one particular point until when some of these episodes are usually just reimagining versions of the specific scenes from Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2. But I really don't know about Sonic Heroes redone versions, and even then I'll probably have to research on that, so. Yeah, I guess that was it for this particular video, ladies and gentlemen. So even then, though, we'll have to end things off just as here. So, yeah, join us next time on Let's Play Sonic Heroes for the Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC version. It's the fact that we're moving on into something a little bit more like an easier side of things. It's the fact that the next team story we're about to be talking through next is definitely Team Rose, because obviously Team Rose is going to be a little bit more interesting to say the least, and it's gone completely black out because, as you expect, this is a PAL 60Hz mode instead of the original 50Hz mode. But even though, unfortunately, we actually lost our footage of Rouge actually having a discussion with Shadow for that little situational stuff. So yeah, join us next time for that one. So yeah, see you guys next time. Later, fellas. See you guys then. Later.